Windows 11 leak build last week. We've now got the official announcement from Microsoft with their Swish presentation that they put out, and all the trimmings, etc. It's interesting. I don't know if you found this, but when it was a leaked build and it wasn't official, I didn't really think that there was a lot going on. I'm happy for it to be updated or whatever, but I didn't see what the big deal was going from 10 to 11, or what the case they were going to make for that. I think the presentation kind of what didn't come out with the build, obviously, was their philosophy behind it, which I think is a marked change from where Microsoft had been, say, in the 90s or the 2000s, which is we're the platform for everyone. You want to bring your stuff in, you're more than welcome to run it on Windows. You want to run, you want to bring your commerce engine into our app store. No worries, we won't take a dime from you. You can charge whatever you want and have that direct transaction with them. I thought that was an interesting change in their overall philosophy, and I wonder if it was because of where they found themselves, given that Apple and Google pretty much cornered the market for mobile apps, app store stuff and all that sort of thing. Do you reckon that, would they have done that otherwise, do you think?
I really found it a puzzling announcement, because I, like you, thought, it's just going to be another update, big deal. But I actually thought that there's enough in this. They could have made, as big a deal out of this as Windows 95 easily.
Yeah.
Because, as you say, Windows has sort of blended in with the curtains over the last 25 years. And this is actually, we'll see how good it is, but this is good enough to make a bit of a song and dance about, and instead they try to tell us how great it was without any sort of real showmanship. It was all a bit weird.
Well, I have to admit that it was a little cringe-inducing watching some of the presentation, particularly from Panos Panayas. Like he feels like it's part of his house, and you renovate your home. Sorry, it's a home, not a house, I should say. And you renovate it, and it's still what it used to be, but it's new. And I felt that was a bit well overcooked. But we're in the era of the Hollywood slick presentation of these things now. So.
Well, if it's Hollywood slick, I would have thought you would have paid the Stones again to get Start Me Up and done Windows 11.
Exactly.
It's far more exciting.
It's funny because they actually addressed a key problem that I've discovered using I've got the Windows laptop for work, and every time I dock it never remembers where the windows are positioned on the screens, and they actually and they addressed that feature in the actual as a headline feature of Windows 11. Like, you plug it in, it remembers every single time where everything was set up, and I was like, all right, just on that alone, you've got me right there.
There you go.
Which is good. And I guess whatever, they've got like the centered taskbar and whatever else. I think the other key thing that I think is really important is that it's a free upgrade for anyone that's using Windows 10, and assuming you've got the system requirements for that can run it. And I think that is, above all else, is probably the most important thing. So it's effectively a no-brainer upgrade. You just get it.
Well, we'll see how good it is. For me, I like the idea of the glass top Bing search feature. I don't know actually if it'll be any good, but it sounds great just to be able to search over the top with everything open. But until they can actually find some way to let us use two apps at once, I don't know how good it'll be.
Absolutely. Just one final point. I should be able to get, hopefully, the preview version, I think, which they're releasing next week. One of the curious little oddities of running Windows on an M1 Mac is that I can only run the developer preview. That is the ARM version, and the developer preview is the channel that gets this preview update of Windows 11. So if it comes down the pipe and I get to play with it a bit, then I guess I'll report my findings back in terms of how it plays.